Welcome to the World of Warships with Captain Yamo. I am your host, Captain Yamo, and this is the Tier 8 Japanese destroyer, the Fubuki. Alright, and so this video is basically going to be, is it legit? And so you kind of understand what I'm talking about, let's see, if we look at our flags here, I have the equal speed Charlie London, which is the white blue sock with the rectangular pennant with the yellow on red, yellow on top, red on bottom, black on left, and red on the blue on the right, and with the X underneath it. That one is equal speed Charlie London, and that gives you an extra 50% experience in the match. Okay, and then I also have, let's see, what's the other one? The other one is Zulu, the one where it's just the yellow flag with it's a rectangular flag with the triangles, a yellow triangle on top, a red triangle on bottom, black triangle on the left, and let's see if we can see it again here. That one gives me more credits in the battle. You earn extra credits. And then finally, let's see, the other one we have on here, while we're trying to aim shots here. Checkerboard. Oh, somebody knew there could be a destroyer down here. Just get a squeeze through. And then we will go like this. Trying to remember what that other flag was for. It is... just trying to show off my high range of professionalism in these videos here. Yeah, I don't see it. Well, anyways, it may have been Commander XP. Maybe I can check it after the match and see what we're doing. But to give you an overall heads up here, so we only had a couple ships head over towards A. Luckily, we captured it. We had a bunch of ships go to C, and we're capturing it. And seeing what was going on, I decided to head for B. See what we could do. Let's take a look at the lineup while there's not a whole ton going on here for a second. They have a tier 10 carrier, the Hakuryu, and then they have a Yamato, which is a tier 10 Japanese battleship. 18-inch guns, man. This thing was huge. Unfortunately, it was basically doomed from the moment it left to go to war. It was sent to basically beach itself on an island to defend against the marine invasions of some of the islands. I can't remember which island, but it was supposed to basically sink itself on the beach so that it couldn't be sunk by enemy fire. So it would just be a giant gunning platform. It didn't have enough fuel to make it back from its destination. So I mean, they were really sent out in a doomed ship. All I'm trying to do here is control B for my team. And since we've had almost the entire map most of the match, you can see we're already 148 points ahead without anybody really doing any damage. Let's see what else they have. They have tier 9 Japanese battleships, the Izumos. So we definitely have a battleship advantage. Even before we get down to the Yamagi they have, which is a tier 8 Japanese battleship. With a pilot named Cruiser Otago, oddly enough. So they have the Yamagi, we have the North Carolina, but we have 3 Yamatos. It's a pretty formidable group, I would think. And then once we get down into the cruisers, they have the tier 10 Zhao, the Ibuki. So they're gonna end up having an advantage in the cruisers. So they have the 2 Mogamis, we have Norlands and an Admiral Hipper. Then we have a tier 10 Khabarov, which is the Russian destroyer. I have no idea how it performs. And they got tier 10 Shimakaze, which is who keeps detecting me, who I was kind of squaring off with a little bit here in B. But I got a torpedo hit on the Mogami. Ouch. There goes 3,000 health. Now you'll notice that I'm not firing off my torpedoes all in a row at the same target. When I'm in this kind of a skirmish mode where I'm trying to control territory, I try and fire for max. Ouch! I try and fire my torpedoes for maximum effectiveness. I try and spread them out across separate targets. If you think a destroyer might be firing torpedoes at you and you're not sure where they may be, you slow down a little bit. You start turning your ship a little bit. You start taking a longer time to get wherever it is you're going. You know, you don't pilot your ship in a single direction at a single speed and expect that you won't be able to be hit by torpedoes. You know, if you don't want to be hit by torpedoes, you need to A, know that someone might be out there shooting at you, and B, you have to be maneuvering. I'm shooting at some of these ships at over 13 kilometers. All they have to do at 13 kilometers is change their speed 1 notch, go from full speed to 3/4 speed, or turn 3 or 4 degrees at any point during the time those torpedoes are running towards the target. 3 degrees, 4 degrees of change, and or a change of speed, and you'll be nowhere near them with the torpedoes. And if you're captaining a ship and you insist on piloting at the same speed in the same direction, you can expect to get hit by torpedoes a lot. And they'll pop up out of nowhere and you'll suddenly get sunk and you won't know why. And that's what it'll be. It'll have to do with the fact that you're driving in a straight line. Now, so they've taken B. It's taken a while for them to take B. Now look, we're almost 300 points ahead in the match. That's pretty good. Go ahead and try and shoot down the Hakuryu's fighters there. Of course, while you're doing that, you're being spotted. You're not as useful. A destroyer that's being detected is not as useful to its team, flat out. Unless you're in the terminal phase of launching an attack on an enemy ship, you know, you're trying to close within under 7 kilometers. You're really not helping your team. So here you go. I'm shooting on the Zhao at 7.4 kilometers. I think the torpedoes out of this thing are like 50 kilometers. Look, I winged her once. I got 3 torpedo hits so far. And except for the beginning when I was in a little bit of danger because of being spotted, I haven't had any difficulty since then. And I noticed the Hakuryu is being chased by our destroyer over there, by Dun Dun, and then his Fubuki. So look at that, 12 kilometers, 11.9, 11.8. We're closing a little bit. There you go. Torpedoes launched. Take a look at the time. It was launched at about 9:27. We got another hit. And I think that was the Zhao. Can't see it. I'm pretty sure that was the Zhao. So 20 seconds, the torpedoes have already been running. Yeah, see, it was the Zhao. Look at, she's down to 2,753 hit points because of me. So the Zhao is a tier 10 cruiser, so that's probably why I got some of the XP for that one. The Hakuryu's tier 10, so that'll help. Yeah, look. Razmatan's even in the way. I might get Razmatan again. Okay, at any point, the Canadian could have turned his ship just a little bit. Changed his speed just a little bit. It'd help him dodge the shots he's taken from our fleet. But he doesn't. And so this happens to him. Nice big ol' hit. I don't know where this destroyer is that's detected me. Where are you at? There you are, you little scum. The Shimakaze. Who's probably got the stealth ability. Because I didn't spot him until I was under 6.2 or so kilometers. So he's got the captain's ability that helps him stealth. And he probably also has the stealthing module. So why did I shoot like I did? Well, I wanted those torpedoes to run through that smoke cloud just in case. Now, from a gameplay standpoint, you know, what Shantzilla is really saying is that this is it's a boring game. I haven't really done a whole lot. I fired a bunch of torpedoes, haven't hit a whole lot. So I fire a second set of torpedoes that I hope will go right through that fog cloud and hit the Shimakaze. But I was also setting myself up for a torpedo run on the Amagi, which just got sunk. So now the enemy's down 5 ships. We're only down 3. There's the Shima. Just took out his engines there. He's going to have to repair from that, I would imagine. Notice I didn't use my repair. I could have repaired my gun. Didn't. I wanted to save it because I'm shooting HE, he's shooting HE. There's a good chance that he's going to knock some of my modules out, and why not be able to repair it? I mean, I lost the gun for 10 seconds or whatever it was. It wasn't a big deal. Now I took out one of his guns. Look at all those torpedoes that thing could spit out. It's awesome. Alright, those missed, unfortunately, but he went behind this island. So you kind of have two choices here. You can chase him around that side of the island, or you can head to the far side of the island. Give your guns a chance to turn around. And you're trying to outthink the enemy. He's trying to outthink you, you're trying to outthink him, and these are the kind of moments I really love in video games like this, massive multiplayer adversarial games. You get these moments where you're trying to figure out what they're doing, they're trying to figure out what you're doing, and sometimes you guess right. And so did he. See, we both guessed the same thing. We both guessed that we would head, you know, to this northern side of the island. So his guns are already aimed. My guns are almost aimed. He's unloading on. He's a tier 10 destroyer after all. And I'm only a tier 8. Come on. Are we going to fire? It's a bad shot. There we go. It's really, we're going to go ahead and speed up a little bit to the end. You notice they come roaring back score-wise, then we get another sink. And then we really start taking off again. Scoot over. I got no controls. But there's your... So here's the end results. 359,000 credits, 7,552 XP off of 13 hits, 6 torpedo shots, 4 incapacitations, the flooding, and the captured base. Is it legit? Well, let's take a look at the team score. Come on now. I don't feel like I had 7,552 XP's worth of effect on that match. So let's get into this team score breakdown at some point here. Because that, you know, that 378 free XP, that's a lot of free XP in a match. And let's see, we got 2,517 base XP, and it can only be because I was hitting tier 10 ships almost the entire time. I think, yeah, I hit the Zhao twice. I hit, well, the Mogami was a tier 8, so same tier. And then I hit the carrier, the Hakuryu. So, there you go. I had 600 more XP than anyone on my team. And that base XP right there, the 2517, that's the base XP. That's a ton. So, you know, you got the Yamato on my team that had 4 enemies sunk. Well, let's see. I got 7,600 points of damage off HE, 7,690 points off of floating, and 65,000 points off of the torpedo hits. And there you go. I hit 3 tier 10 ships and 1 tier 8 ship. And got tons of XP for it. Don't understand it. Not sure it's legit. I wonder what you think. How many XP should I have gotten out of this match? Remember that once we get to the credits and XP, you'll see that I got some XP bonuses because of the flags I was running. But I don't see it sometimes. I'll take it. I'm happy to take it. Don't get me wrong. Credits and XP. Let's do this. So 244,000 credits. I got 3,776 XP with the premium bonus. I would have had 5,000 XP if I didn't have a premium account. So I guess it's legit, but I'm hoping to find out what you think. I'd like to thank you for joining me on World of Warships with Captain Yamo. Please leave your comments below the video. Hope to see you on the digital high seas and stuff.